might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now.
Hi everyone, I'm Marie from Southern Country Living, and I hope you all are having an amazing day here. Today in Georgia it's overcast and it's not too cold, so we can take the overcast. It's supposed to rain later on today though, and I hope everyone is having a good day today, and I hope you are all having great weather. And so today, the reason I'm making this peach cobbler is Calvin wanted a dessert. He's on a low carb diet and he's not eating much desserts, but he said he could eat 3 bites of it. So anyway, I'm going to be making this for him and C.S. Nanny today. And he's going to be making a Brunswick. I said he's going to be making, but actually it was given to us by our daughter-in-law. It's Brunswick stewed casserole, and he's going to be putting that in the oven and cooking that up for us tonight. So this peach cobbler and that casserole should make a good what's for dinner meal today. And so I'm going to be mixing up the top of my peach cobbler in this mixing bowl that Johanna sent me, and so it's the first time I've ever used them, and I just love this color. So let me get started on my easy recipe. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 1 stick of melted butter in my 8x8 pan. Isn't that what this pan was, Kevin? An 8x8? I forgot.
That one's a 9x11.
Oh, a 9x11. Okay. I never can remember all the different different pan sizes when I get cooking, unless I look at the bottom of them and I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up. I'm going to put 1 cup of flour in my bowl and put 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of milk in here. And then I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla flavor, and I say this is about maybe a tablespoon of vanilla flavoring. You don't have to put this in if you don't want to. You can leave it out. Then I'm going to stir this all up real good. I like that this bowl has a spout on it. Put this spatula over here just a minute and see if I can get this mixed up just a little bit better with this. And this is an old church book recipe that I've had for many years that I'm using. Okay. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add these peaches in, and I'm going to use 2 cans of small peaches. And I drained 1 can, and so I'm not going to use that juice. But I am going to use this can of juice. Okay. So now then I'm just going to pour in my batter. It's got a little bit of lumps on top, but I didn't want to get out my mixer. So I think it's going to be okay though. So I'm going to pour this on. And you don't want to stir this at all. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees. Actually, I'm going to put it in my oven at 325 because this is a glass dish. And I'm going to be baking it for 30 to 40 minutes. And when it gets done, I'll be back. And sometime through the baking process, I'm going to be putting a little sugar and cinnamon over top of it. So when this is done, I'll be back.
Okay, Marie has got the peach cobbler in the oven cooking right now. And as soon as the peach cobbler comes out, I'm going to put this in the oven to cook it. And what this is, it is a Brunswick stew casserole. And our daughter-in-law brought this down here to us last night. They had made a mistake and accidentally thawed one out. And so they didn't want to have to cook it right then, so they gave it to us. And I told her we would cook it today. I'm going to have to talk to her and get the recipe to see exactly what the ingredients are inside of it. She gave the instructions on how to cook it. And so we'll get this opened up here, see what it looks like. She did tell me to be sure and remove the plastic from it. My goodness, that sure does look good. I didn't expect it to look like this. Okay, I will definitely have to give her a call and get the recipe for how she mixed this up. I see sausage in there. I see lima beans. I see okra, potatoes, and corn. I don't know what all else is in there, but it really looks good. And
It does, doesn't it, Kevin?
yeah, I'm really liking how this looks. So what we'll do, just as soon as the peach cobbler comes out, I'll put this in. It's going to have to cook for an hour and 15 minutes. And once it gets done, I'll show you how it looks when we plate it up with Marie's peach cobbler. So we'll be back with you in a little while.
Hi everyone, my peach cobbler has just came out of the oven and it smells really good. And I can't wait to get to do the taste test. And when our Brunswick stew casserole comes out of the oven, Calvin just put it in and it's got to cook, I believe it's got to cook for an hour and what, Calvin?
An hour and 15 minutes.
An hour and 15 minutes. So whenever that gets done, I'll come back and do the taste test. Okay, my Brunswick stew casserole that my daughter-in-law gave us has came out of the oven, and boy, doesn't it smell good, Calvin.
I'm telling you, it really smells great.
And this wound up cooking about an hour and a half, didn't it?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. And so now then, I'm going to let this cool a little while, and I'm going to go over here to my peach cobbler. It's really looking good and smelling great, and I'm going to do the taste test on it, I think, first, and let that one cool off a little bit.
That peach cobbler really looks pretty, Marie.
Yes, and it does smell good. Look at them good peaches in there. Okay, I'm going to put a little vanilla ice cream on top. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this Brunswick stew casserole over here in my plate now and let it be cooling off a little bit. Set that right there. So now I'm going to do the taste test on the peach cobbler that C.S. Nanny asked us to make. That is so delicious. I think this is the best peach cobbler I've made. Would you like a taste, Calvin? I give it a 5.
Oh, I know it's gonna be great. I'll wait and get me some after I eat the
Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of that now.
Brunswick stew.
This has got potatoes in it, and beans, and chicken, and sausage, and everything in it. So this is a complete meal in itself. It's still steaming, so here we go. Whoops. This is also good. I have to give my daughter-in-law 5 on this too, and 5 being the highest score, going from 1 to 5. I think I got that out right. Let me take another bite. So good. This is going to be an amazing meal tonight that we're both going to enjoy.
I'm looking forward to it, Marie.
So y'all do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unworried.